Hello everybody, it is Wednesday, the 8th of December. Now, I want to talk about how we have never left the garden of God, this garden of knowledge. We're still in it and we're still serving that intention. To understand ourselves and that which we are in. Understand creation as the creator, which is something that gives and creates the forms. God is that which asks. And understand that in the creator there is no judgment. So don't go, I want this to happen or I don't want that to happen. It doesn't understand do and don't. It is full on affirmative. It will give to whatever you think about, put your energy to, good or bad. So you are the one that is the judge, or you should be the one that is the judge. And this is the judgment of good and evil. Now, the way we are functioning in this reality is according to a story or stories. And we see ourselves in those stories or according to those stories. Now, a very good start for it all is to actually understand the story that you think you are in correctly. So you see yourself correctly in that story. And now I want to show you a correction to what has been preached in the churches to what actually happened. And we're going back to the garden. Yeah? This story of the opening of eyes was not a one-off in the beginning. Adam and Eve's eyes were opened to the knowledge of good and evil. And that was it. It is a continuous process. Every time, and it has happened throughout history so many times that we had moments of awakening, the opening of eyes, which were usually suppressed. But every time that happens, it creates the possibility of a new way. Out of the contemplation of good and evil, you could decide out of your own free will to go on a different path. And that is what has never happened. We awakened to questions, and that was beaten down, and we went unconscious again, and we just went on the same way. We never left that garden. And it is shown in the story. Now see that from the beginning, God had a garden of knowledge. It was the way his intention is to have dominion, to rule over, to possess, and he's going the way of knowledge. From the beginning, we served in that garden. Humanity served. The knowledge of this world, of the earth, is us. And we gave that. And we were, according to the Creator, we were full on affirmative. We gave of our knowledge freely. God created things and Adam would name them, which means the name is the essence of something. He would give to God the knowledge of what the essence of that was. So we were full on affirmative. We did not question until the serpent incident. When the serpent said, well, you will not surely die, whilst God said, you will surely die. Now, saying you will not surely die, folks, doesn't mean you're going to live. It just means it's not certain that you will die. But that brought the contemplation of right and wrong. It can't both be right. So, and what happened next was, when their eyes were open, they hid themselves, they hid their knowledge from God. So God says, I take you to a different place. And he said to Eve, from now on, you shall give birth to your children in pain. Yeah? You will have to work the soil. You can no longer have access to all this knowledge that is in my garden, and you will give birth to your children in pain. And at that moment, the separation was made that we still labor under. yeah, that we are in a different place from that garden. And we're not. It is like they have created a picture, or maybe it is a hologram. We're on a holodeck, I don't know. But something that gave us the impression that we are somewhere else, and we're not. The reason why we are now given birth in pain is we now have the knowledge of ourselves. We have the knowledge of good and evil according to ourselves. And if we do wrong according to ourselves, it causes us pain. When we we are creating things that are causing us anxiety, or if we are on the road of, it's inevitable anyway, so depression, and those things will work themselves into the physical, and that is what kills us in the end. So at the moment we are surely dying, but that is because we are still serving the same intention. We are still serving that intention. It has veiled itself from us. When we were given freely, we knew God, we knew that intention, and we gave freely because we didn't question it. Now that we are questioning it, that intention has veiled itself from us. The knowledge of, we're no longer, we don't see it. People just don't see it. What God actually is. So, and now we're given birth in pain. We don't no longer know what we're doing. We're no longer aware that we are serving that intention. We are questioning the outcome in this world. We see it, but we're putting blame on. First of all, we're putting blame on ourselves. That's the first place. Beat yourself up. You are evil. And then when we're no longer beating ourselves up, we are looking at our esteemed leaders that are serving that intention. So the priests, the priesthood, the kings, the politicians, the corporations now. But we never, ever go all the way to actually questioning the intention that all of this is grown out of. We do not question God. And we should, because that is the source of everything, that intention. And it is causing us pain. Working according to us is causing us pain because it is not right according to ourselves. But it is what God said. He said, now you give birth to your knowledge in pain. It's not that he's no longer getting it. We have not detached from that garden. We're still serving that garden. We're still giving of our knowledge. He's still getting it one way or another. He has veiled himself from us and he's working different ways of getting at that knowledge. And it is causing us pain. So understand, you never got out. We never got out. And now and then our eyes are opening to the thing that is wrong. And as I said, we never are allowed to let our questioning reach the top. Do not question the top. I mean, before this, we were not allowed to question the kings. That fell by the wayside. We were not allowed to question the priests. Well, we've done away with that. We're questioning them, what they're saying, what they're doing. We have come to the point. We have kind of worked our way up where we must question God. We must question that intention. Now, and here's the good news. Here's the way out of this. And that is, we are serving that intention unconsciously. We must become conscious of what is creating this story and what we are doing in it. And we must get into another story. Now, to get into another story, the knowledge that spoke through Jesus brought a new intention. That should be the seed for the new story. And that intention was all shall be saved. So, and the way we detach ourselves from one story and into the next is by asking, by concentrating our thoughts and emotions on a different intention, consciously. Yeah? We have our thoughts and emotions on the other intention of dominion and stuff. We're doing its works unconsciously. So become conscious, that is what you're serving. You're still in that garden. Consciously swap the intention. And as I said, ask of the Creator to be given the knowledge, the circumstances, what will aid you on that way to serve. All shall be saved. And I said, don't grab at it. It is the reason, the intention that wants dominion, wants to grab at this thing. It wants to have it. It wants to give to it. It wants to have dominion over it. And it is because of that, it is the taker, and the taker will not receive. You must be the receiver, and in which case you must allow yourself to be given. It is because the thought for dominion grabs at this thing that it cannot work miracles. It has to go the way of knowledge and work this in a materialistic way. It is when you allow yourself to receive, but you receive according to what you know, and you know there is a possible outcome that is based on all shall be saved. You know that, and then receive the knowledge according to it. But, and here's the big but, and that is where we must learn from what we have been doing. And that is that the time span between our awakenings, it is becoming shorter and shorter because they are working their intention more and more. It causes us more and more pain. The higher the level they work it on, they're now working it on an understanding of energy and of thought and emotion. This is they are using applied psychology on us. And it increases the pain, and we wake up even sooner. We should not let it get to the point where the pain wakes us up. I mean, this new intention of all shall be saved looks good. It looks good. It sounds like a good idea. But the knowledge of it is in creating the outcome, what it truly is. And then we must not go unconscious again and say, oh, this is God now. And it is all. And we must just do. And if something bad happens, well, it's our fault. We go on the same way again. So we must question even that new intention all the time. Every outcome that is created should be contemplated. And then if fault is found in it, it should be corrected at that moment. Don't let it go until the whole thing goes belly up again, which it might. I mean, the beginning looks good. Whether the outcome will be, we'll find out through creating in its name, in the name of all shall be saved. Asking in that name. But as I said, we must always question. We must not go to sleep. We must know what it is we're doing. We must be conscious that that is what we're trying to do. We're trying to serve that intention. Conscious of the intentions that you are serving, and conscious of what you're doing, and conscious of the outcome, and know that the outcome is something that's been given to you because you serve that intention. And if the outcome is wrong, don't do what you're doing. Change it. So, conscious of the entire process, understanding what it is we are doing, swapping the intention, because this one has, the last one, has now, I think, proven itself over and over and over again to be destructive. So really, how long do we have to go until we realize that? Swap intentions, but then understand what it is you're doing, understand that you are asking, understand that every outcome is something that you have been given according to what you were asking. And if you follow an intention, the intention is that which makes you ask. And then you receive. And the fault can be in us, fault can be in the way, fault can be in the intention itself. And we must always question all the possibilities where the fault may lie, and not say there's something so much bigger than us and we must do according to it, because we are nothing. That is not who you are in this story. Anyway, I think I leave it at that for today, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.